proposals on the ballot that you need to be aware of. Patrick Lynn joins us. Good morning, Patrick Lynn.
Hello. Thanks for having me here.
You got it. Friend of the show. There's a couple of MSD proposals on the ballot that the choice for the voter is bad or very bad.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Explain this.
Yes. In 2012, there was a federal consent decree that requires MSD to spend $4.7 billion over the next 23 years to improve our wastewater and stormwater systems.
Which is separating the wastewater from the stormwater.
Right. Bad overflows now, they flow together, and
Right.
wastewater goes into our rivers, as we saw recently with the flooding.
And this is because of the way the system was set up 200 years ago.
Yes.
They're now finally fixing the wrongs from all those many years ago.
Every city has the same problem. Kansas City has to spend $4 billion, so this is going on across the country as we just see our infrastructure is aging. Proposition Y, well, with ratepayers, only choice ratepayers have is how much.
Hold on a second. Where is this? City and county?
City and county. St. Louis City and St. Louis County voters.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. For a metropolitan sewer district is the city and the county.
Got it.
With Proposition Y, it gives ratepayers a chance to decide how much they want their rates to go up. They can either go to, within the next 4 years, they can increase to $60 if they pass it.
$60 a month?
Yes,
More.
a month.
A month?
No, total bill. Total
Okay.
bill. Go from $40 to $60 a month.
Okay.
Or they can go from $40 to $95 a month if Proposition Y does not pass.
Okay.
So it spreads the cost. What Proposition Y does is we pass $900 million in sewer revenue bonds, and then those bonds are spread out over the next 20 or 30 years to pay them off instead of having to upfront it all in 4 years.
Gotcha. So the choice is, do you want to float this over the course of 20 or 30 years, or do you want to pay it all up front?
Yeah, much like your home mortgage.
Now, this has been on the ballot before, has it not?
Yes.
Something similar.
Yes. In June of 2012, MSD customers passed $1 billion bond issue that did the same thing in the last 4 years. All those projects have been completed as promised and actually under budget.
Okay, so, how did that pass? That passed, and they spread out
over the last 4 years.
Over the last 4 years.
It went up from, I believe it went from $20 to $40 over the last 4 years.
So they decided to float the bonds.
Yes,
the voters decided to float the bonds.
Yeah,
okay.
Overwhelmingly.
Okay, so that's Y.
Proposition Y.
What about S?
Proposition S deals with stormwater systems.
Okay.
So because most folks, MSD was created over a century probably of different sewer districts brought together.
Right.
So ratepayers can pay anywhere from 2 cents to 19 cents depending on where they live. What Proposition S will do, and so those who pay 2 cents get little services. Those who pay 19 cents get all kinds of stormwater services.
Okay.
What Proposition S would do would give a flat property tax of 12 cents for everyone in the district. So some voters or some residents will see their property tax go up. Many residents will see their property tax decrease. It's basically broke down. Right now, the city pays 10 cents. They'd go up to 12 cents. Those between city limits and 270 roughly pay 19 cents, and they'd go down to 12 cents.
Right.
12 cents. And those west of 270 pay 2 cents. They would go up to 12 cents, but now they would actually get stormwater services.
12 cents a month?
On 100,000 of assessment.
On 100,000 of assessment. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so how would you? So is that a general rule of thumb? Those west of 270.
Yeah, it's by zip code, and even some zip codes are split up. It just depends on what stormwater district they were in, like 150 years ago, and when they came in. To
how
MSD.
would somebody find that? Is it
on our website?
On their website.
Cleanwaterstl.org has it broken down by zip code.
Gotcha. Okay, and then is it on my mortgage at all or no?
Yeah, it's on both real property and personal property.
Okay, good. All right. So now we should say MSD doesn't have a dog in this fight, right?
No, MSD, when it comes to Proposition Y, MSD is going to spend the $4.7 billion over the next 23 years.
Because they have to.
Because they're under a federal court order. So they'll either, to them, you want to bond it, fine. If you don't want to bond it, fine. Your rates will just go up quicker.
Gotcha. And then the stormwater, do they have one or the other?
No, they just feel like that'd be a better. They don't have the revenue and the funds they need to address our stormwater problems, as we see with major erosion people are having in their yards,
right?
Overland flooding. They see as the rate commission decided this was an option to address our stormwater needs, and if the voters want to do it, then we can do it.
And in terms of full disclosure, you are representing who here?
I am the treasurer of Campaign for Clean Water St. Louis.
And so you're in favor of these, or
we are in favor? We were formed by by ratepayers, good corporate citizens that realize that we have to have a good sewer infrastructure to move the region forward. While it may not be the sexiest issue,
right,
it's very important.
It is certainly not the sexiest issue. No, there are
not.
way sexier issues. Okay, Proposition Y, Proposition S. To find out more, where can they go?
cleanwaterstl.org.
Patrick Lynn, very good. You should be a treasurer. You do a good job. You count very well. Thanks, Patrick. 8:10 here. Big Five.